Why do people get aggressive? And what do we do when our emotions are riled up? Our study will be focused on the relationship between teenage aggression and popularity seeking. There is, of course, a difference between feeling angry and lashing out. Whilst anger is a pure internal emotion, aggression is a behavioral attempt to harm someone else. Dollard's frustration aggression model proposed that anger is like steam in a boiling pot. It builds up from frustration when our goals aren't fulfilled and needs to eventually be vented out. However, studies have repeatedly demonstrated that unrelated venting fails to actually subdue us. Fulfilling a relevant goal, such as lashing out at or making up with someone who has angered us, however, is an effective aggression-reducing strategy. Therefore, aggression is arguably something that pushes us towards achieving particular goals. Adolescence, with its unstable, developing goals, moods, and emotions, has been a major focus of aggression studies. During adolescence, individuals pay increasing attention to their social status and become highly motivated to pursue social goals. One form of status is popularity, defined as having impact, visibility, and dominance amongst peers. At a point in time, high popularity goal seeking is correlated with more aggression. Longitudinally, higher popularity is also a predictor of both physical and social aggression. There is some suggestion that popularity leads to aggression to protect status. However, experimental assessments of any causal relationship between aggression and popularity seeking are still lacking. Therefore, this study will experimentally explore how popularity goal seeking changes immediately after aggression. The study will focus purely on reactive aggression, which is an unsuppressed responsive behavior to instigation. Andy will now discuss our research questions and hypothesis in depth.
So what makes our study important? Our study can provide the basis for social cognitive intervention pattern used by educators and school psychologists. If aggression is found to increase adolescents' drive for higher social dominance, this could place themselves and others in harm. Past findings show that aggressive, highly popular individuals are more likely to get away with harming others. Additionally, popular aggressive adolescents tend to devalue school and show lack of engagement, poor attendance, and poor academic progress. School programs could aid students in learning to recognize and manage their emotions, develop coping mechanisms, understand the needs of others, and create alternatives to aggressive behaviors. Our study focuses on the question: does experiencing aggression impact adolescents' drive for popularity? In our study, aggression is induced by giving participants a frustrating, unsolvable task, and then asking them to assign easy or unsolvable problems for the next participant, where the act of assigning impossible problems is seen as sabotaging others and therefore a form of aggression. Participants in a control condition complete a similar but very easy task. We hypothesize that participants in the aggression condition will have higher motivation for popularity compared to the control condition. This is because aggression has been found to reflect high desire for dominance and others' antisocial motives. Therefore, as popularity is a form of social dominance, we hypothesize that aggression will increase the drive towards attaining popularity. Also, it has been found that when faced with problems that threaten self-esteem and decrease self-efficacy, such as unsolvable tasks, individuals might feel insecure and act aggressively to re-establish self-efficacy and may have a stronger motivation for popularity as a means of compensating for their insecurity. Now Mariam will explain our methodology.
Thanks, Annie. Moving on to the methodology, how will we test our hypothesis? Well, to begin, our study will utilize a between subjects experimental design with two groups: a control condition, which will be used as a baseline where no aggression will be induced, and an experimental condition where participants will be induced with aggression. For the independent variable, we will manipulate participants' aggression level. There will be an aggression condition where participants will engage in aggression-inducing task, or control condition where participants will engage in a neutral task. The dependent variable is popularity goal-seeking motivation, which will be measured using a questionnaire. For the study, the subjects will be of a cohort of high school adolescents of 100 participants in total, 50 female and 50 male, aged 13 to 18 years old. Participants will be recruited from a nearby school who volunteered to participate in the study. Before the experiment, a consent form will be filled out by the participant or the participant's guardian that are under 18 years old. Emotional distress may be caused by the aggressive task, which can be detrimental for the individual. Therefore, after the experiment, a debriefing will occur for the participants on the nature of the task. School counselors will also be available to address any potential emotional distress. Vivian will now talk about the materials in the study.
Thanks, Miriam. So here are the materials that will be used in this task. There will be unsolvable visual patterns, which would look somewhat like the pattern on the left, and easy visual patterns like the pattern on the right, for example. For the final questionnaire, participants would be asked to rate on a scale of 1 to 5 how much they agree with the statement, with 1 being strongly disagree and 5 being strongly agree. These are the 6 target questions on popularity seeking. There will also be 6 filler questions mixed in with the target question, as demonstrated here, to distract the participant from the true aim of the questionnaire. Before the experiment, participants will be asked to fill out a questionnaire to assess baseline aggression levels. Participants will then be randomly assigned to either experimental or control condition to ensure that any differences observed are due to the manipulation of independent variable, rather than pre-existing differences in participants. Adapting work by Lutz and Kra, aggression will be induced via a visual pattern task. Participants in the control condition will solve simple patterns, whilst participants in the experimental condition will solve unsolvable patterns to induce aggression. All participants will play the assigned task 7 times and are given 1 minute for each round. After this task, participants will be tested in an adaptation of the 10-gram task. They are told that another individual will be doing the same task, and to assign the difficulty levels for each round of the task, with 7 rounds total. They are given the option of assigning simple and hard tasks. The aggression is measured by the percentage of hard tasks they choose to delegate. After confirming aggression levels, participants will complete a questionnaire to measure popularity seeking. The questionnaire will consist of 6 target questions on popularity seeking alongside 6 filler questions. Only the target questions will account for an individual's popularity seeking behavior. A higher total score on the target question will indicate higher popularity seeking levels. Participants are debriefed after questionnaire completion. Next, Antonis will discuss how we'll conduct analysis on each step and what we expect from our results.
To test our hypothesis, we shall use an independent t-test to inquire whether there is a statistically significant difference in popularity-seeking behavior between those who have been frustrated into rage and those who have kept their cool. We shall compare the average popularity scores of the 2 groups, aggression-induced and control, to determine if the former has suddenly decided to channel their inner social butterfly. Subsequently, we will conduct correlation analysis to ascertain if there's a linear relationship between aggression levels, measured by the percentage of unsolvable tasks assigned, and popularity-seeking scores. Think of it like this: if you started annoying an annoying teenager, would their ambition for social status increase proportionally? Would they just remain vexed and unpopular? Or would they become less angry as they got popular? As for what we expect, well, picture this. Our aggression-induced participants should score higher on the popularity-seeking measure compared to the control group. If that were the case, we would confirm our hypothesis. Aggression might just be the chemical X, increasing the drive for social status through popularity-seeking. For the results of the correlation analysis, we anticipate a positive correlation between aggression intensity and popularity-seeking scores. The more aggressively they delegate unsolvable 10-gram tasks, the more they are expected to seek social dominance. In short, aggression could be the catalyst for their drive to attain higher status, transforming them into little popularity chasers, just with a slightly higher chance of assigning unsolvable puzzles to their peers. But what would our results imply? Well, they might provide us with evidence that aggression is as destructive as it is constructive, at least within a social context. The question remains, is this duality in aggression inherent in the mind of the adolescent? Or has it been imbued by societal conditioning and prejudice?